Okay, so we're looking at an AST question that was done in 2005, and it's a fairly straightforward question. There's some information about people meeting each other, and so what the skills are in this question are perhaps using a simple formula, being able to read the question carefully, maybe drawing a diagram to help you understand, and more importantly, looking for patterns. So what I want you to do is read through the information, have a look at the question, and have a go at the first one. And when you're ready, press on to slide number 2. So we're looking at slide number 2, which is a demonstration or a diagram of the 4 people. And the important thing is that the people on either side of each person have already met, and so we're just looking at new handshakes. So I've got new handshakes being drawn in the middle here and the middle here. So there's only 2 new handshakes, so the answer is B. I forgot to mention that we're trying to do each question in about a minute to a minute and a half, so that's how you can keep up with the pace. Now this next question extends the 4 people to 8 people, which makes it a lot more complicated. And so it would be, and my note is, it would be very difficult to try to draw a diagram to have 8 people around. So what you need to do with these sort of questions, when it jumps from a small number to a large number, is you've got to find a pattern by using smaller groups of people. For instance, 5 people and 6 people, find the pattern, and then you won't have to actually look at a diagram of 8 people. So in this particular question, I want you to draw, you've already done the 4 people, I want you to draw one with 5 people, 6 people, look for the new handshakes, and then find a pattern, and from that you should be able to find the answer to 8 people. So have a go at that. Again, you've only got a minute, minute and a half, so do it quickly, and when you're ready, come on to the next slide. Okay. So you hopefully have drawn 5 people, might look like a pentagram, and I've only drawn the new handshakes. I don't worry about the ones that have already happened. So for 5 people, there's 5 handshakes. For 6 people, the diagram is getting a bit messier, so you can imagine for 8 it would be very, very, very difficult to draw. But if you're being very careful with 6 and you draw in the new handshakes, there's 9 new handshakes. So you should have a table perhaps set up. 4 people we had already done with 2 handshakes. 5 people had 5 handshakes, and 6 people had 9 handshakes. So the pattern I've established is you're adding 3 and you're adding 4. So the next number would be adding 5. So that would make 14 handshakes, and the next number would be adding 6. So the answer is 20 handshakes. And so the answer, the descriptor that had 20 handshakes, whichever letter that is, going back again, so 20 handshakes, so the answer is B. Okay. So this last one is one which will scare some people because there's algebra involved, but let's have a look at it carefully. And again, you've only got a short time, so let's try to make sense of it. The information at the end, this n is greater than or equal to 4, just means 4 or more people, which is exactly what you've been finding in the first 2 questions. And so we already know 3 answers, 4, 5, 6. We've also got an answer that we've got for 8, which is what we just did in the previous question. So we've got a formula that we just have to substitute values into. So all of these formulas could possibly be the right answer. So now it's just a matter of putting all the values in, but being very careful that just because one answer, like for n equals 4, might work for one formula, you need to check that it works for a second number, n equals 5. And if you get the same answer that you got previously, then you probably got the right answer. So what you need to do is use n equals 4 and n equals 5 for the first formula and see if you get the right answer. And if that doesn't work, move on to the second, the third, or the fourth. And when you're ready, come back. Okay, so when this was done in 2005, only 1/3 of the students got it right. So the trick was not just to use n equals 4, because there could be more than one answer with that answer of 2. So you just need to check your choices. So just looking at the first one, the first formula was n squared on 2 minus 1.5n. So it's just straightforward mathematics. You don't have a calculator, so you've got to be careful. Just remembering 4 squared equals 16. And in case you don't know how to multiply decimals, the calculation is on the side. And so n equals 4 gave me the right answer for 2. And then I'm hoping that n equals 5 will work as well. So we've got 5 squared is 25 over 2. And again, this calculation is done on the side. And when you put that in, you get the right answer of 5. So this gave us the correct answer for 2 of the answers. And so A is the right answer. And then if you wanted to, you could actually check your answer for 8 people. And if we checked 8 people, we got 20, which was our answer. So then we can move on to the next block. Okay, thanks for coming along. See you later next time.